Welcome back to another episode of Tech Deception. I'm Mrunmayee Kharnar, your host, and today we're diving into the impact of AI on cybersecurity. With us is Dr. Amey Pangarkar, marketing consultant to QuickHeal, TEDx speaker, and the leading digital marketing voice on LinkedIn. Dr. Amey Pangarkar's extensive background includes a doctorate in digital marketing, works as an advertising media professional, and expertise as an AI tools consultant. He is also an author, a comedian, and even a cricket umpire. Get ready for an insightful conversation with the brilliant Dr. Amey Pangarkar. Hello, Mr. Amey. How are you?
I'm doing well. How about you?
I'm great. So, let's start with our very first question.
Sure.
Um, can you please tell me what is the impact on cybersecurity and how is it changing because of AI?
Actually, AI has not only knocked the door, it has actually stormed inside everything that the cyber security
No
is
doubt.
doing. Like for instance, it has changed the entire furniture it has reorganized it, and on top of it, it has also set in his own rules the game is played with. So from something like wait and patch, it has changed to predict and prevent. So
Okay.
wherein AI is not on, as I said in some time back, it is not only changing the dynamics of it, but the entire modus operandi is changing. The way cybersecurity was, let's say, a few years back, it has completely reorganized it. So from it's just like in your earlier days, you were walking with stick. Now you are walking or you are working with Teslas and autopilots. So the modus operandi has changed. And as rightly said, ki be a Roman when you are in Rome. So it's something like that. Ki in today's contemporary world, your criminals are also becoming digitally aware. Now
Very true.
becoming cyber, they are becoming way more profound with the usage of digital AI and all those things. And hence the security platforms has also have to be upgraded.
So more like manually to auto.
Yes, absolutely. Means so the dynamics are changing. It's not only a some small change, it's the
Yeah.
entire canvas that has changed, is what I'll put it.
Okay. So, sir, can you please tell me what are the few cases that you have seen?
Specifically, means where do I start? There are so many of them, particularly. Like I call it AI specifically has become a digital Sherlock Holmes, but definitely less dramatic than what it usually was. Let's take one example wherein AI is being rampantly used, even in our Pune owns municipal corporation,
Okay.
for identifying or detecting people, individuals using CCTV and smart surveillance. So,
Okay.
huge amount of data is being scanned every day for finding few individuals with CCTV face recognition that is coupled with your deep learning algorithms enabled through AI. It has
Okay.
been amazingly captioned in our ecosystem, various places, including your temples, including your mass peak places where this technology is being used. On a personal front, if I have to come, phishing emails is one thing which AI is detecting awesomely without any mercy to it, without understanding any leeways to it. It is
Okay.
just killing the world by mere understanding it to the crux of it. See, basically with AI, what has happened? The speed has increased. The speed that you can't even imagine.
Hmm.
It's in engineering terminologies we call it not only the speed but we call it velocity. It's with the direction and the rate at which this growth is happening. This is phenomenal. So, and again, the second subset of AI, which is image, basically machine learning, that is
Hmm.
coupled with various recognition platforms. What is happening? It is also understanding on its own, and with that understanding, it is able to reproduce. It is able to remember, and thereby give you the results which are getting accurate day by day.
Yeah.
So that is also getting one good thing that is happening. On the second front, you and me are using data like anything every day. Just to give you a number, an average Indian today is using mobile based internet for almost 7 hours 42 minutes a day. You do not even sleep that much. So if
Hmm.
I'm consuming so much amount of data, just understand how much amount of data you are radiating to these platforms. So if you're radiating so much amount of your personal data, your personal choices, AI is able to know you quite better.
Yes.
And with that, it is also now in place to decipher whether it's Murmai who's doing it or someone trying to phishing her account. That is a capacity that has built it.
Okay.
So that is amazing place to be, as it rightly said.
Definitely. So I'll go with another question that where does artificial intelligence fit into this evolving threat landscape? Like, is it a solution or a threat?
Pretty good question. If I were to correlate with another corollary, I'll say AI is like a fire. It can help you cook food, but at the same time, it has a power to even burn your house, depending
True.
on who's welding it. So the modus operandi is the same. It has the capacity to do anything under the sky, or it has means at one point of time it can be devastating angel, mischievous angel, or a devil per se, or at time it can be your helping guide.
Yeah.
Right? So it has both the ends to it. How and who's using it decides your the fate for this technology per se. Uh, More than a threat multiplier, I would recommend or rather, the positive use of AI has been phenomenal, notwithstanding the possibilities wherein AI can be used for devastating things as well. But if you focus on the more better solutions that AI can provide, will be in more secure world. So I'll
Yeah.
encourage many of us to use AI in ethical spaces, use AI for the betterment of our human races. And obviously, we should be aware that there would be few people, there would be a percentage of fraction of individuals who would be using AI for their own benefit. Even if you are able to accept the fact that there would be few people who are going to use it with that connotation, you have your antennas ready for that, and that is also way more than sufficient in terms of recognizing that this might happen to me. If you are completely blind to the fact that something like this will not happen anytime,
Yeah.
then unfortunately what will happen that you will not be able to understand,
Mm.
idealize, or even imagine that something like this can happen to you. Let me give you a very small incident. Like for instance, now again, this you may not call this as a threat, but it's a small bit of manipulation that AI can do in your own daily lives. Like for instance, you are hovering your e-commerce, and let's say you want to purchase a shirt for you. You go onto a e-commerce platform and you just put shirt there. Your e-commerce platform already knows how beautiful you look. Your e-commerce platform also knows how many blue jeans or black jeans you have. It also knows when you say shirt, what is it that you mean. Do you wear a full sleeve shirt more? Do you use a
Perhaps.
corporate
Yeah.
sheet? You are like a checkered, or means what all patterns you like.
Designs and everything.
It all
Yeah.
knows. It also knows your brand preference. So when you just put shirts in it, it will shortlist and give you 5 6 recommendations to you. And based on those 5 6 recommendations, you end up purchasing one without even searching for more. And you feel at that particular point of time that how convenient your life has become, without actually realizing the fact that someone has actually manipulated your choice and you have actually outsourced your decision making.
Yeah.
Right? So my point is ki AI has that impact also. If you look at it from a convenience point of view, amazing. If you look at it from a point of view that how it can add a value and save my time, amazing. Kudos to you. But if you have a bit of doubt in your mind that there might be people like me who can manipulate your choices, then your antennas are on, and the next time you are doing this, you will have one few seconds to look. Is someone trying to bully me? Even that doubt is also more than sufficient. That will keep
Definitely.
your senses alive when you are doing these things.
True. Very true. So it is both
Both.
like solution as well as a threat.
That's why I said it's like a
Cybersecurity.
fire. You can cook your food, or it can even burn your house.
Definitely. So, as we know, phishing remains a constant threat as well. So, how is AI being helpful for anti-phishing capabilities?
See, again, means phishing is a consistent threat. Let me put it with the same question answer that I was giving for your previous question. If you look at AI, for cyber security professionals, it's a superpower. But for hackers, it is also a steroid for their actions that they do.
Definitely.
So it is for both. Now, what happens actually with AI, and specifically in phishing, AI has a capacity to understand the typical phishings, which are like all caps content, cheesy content, your emojis flooded content. Thanks to AI that can understand context, behavior, linguistic capabilities that it has, it can lot means read beyond just these basic considerations and go deep in terms of understanding what's the context of that content. And as the AI is getting better and better every day, it can do wonders for us. Like for instance, in my means in my personal capacity, wherein there are a couple of AI tools which I use. Now I have been using them for quite some time. So the tools not only understand my way of composing an email, my way of responding an email, which emails do I open, which emails I do not open, which emails I immediately delete, from whose senders, and so many things that it has kind of analyzed over me for a period of time.
And saving all the data.
Absolutely. And with that analysis, it is grown to a level wherein now it has started taking several decisions on its own. Now, what it has helped me is to, it acts for me like a filter. So I'm now taking you to a one more step ahead than mere phishing. These tools can also help you to filter, set priorities, and do wonders for you. But as I said, you also need to understand that a hacker eventually is a human mind who's today using AI. The same way a cybersecurity professional or a AI tools creator is actually a person who's using again a similar tool. So it's not only a merely the tool or AI as a technology can do several wonders. It's the human mind that is using these media platforms or these technological platforms to do what you are intending to do. So, in a nutshell, phishing as a part of it, or wishing, or there are so many parts of cybersecurity, antiviruses, and so many things. They are getting flooded with the use case of AI in their own. As I said, for cybersecurity professionals, they are looking at it as a superpower and upgrading themselves. But at the same time, hackers also have AI, which is giving them as a catalyst in their own creation. So the battle is always going to be consistent. It can't be one time done and dusted, which possibly used to be in earlier days, wherein you made a mobile update and you think that I'm safe. It's a everyday battle that you have to look into it.
Definitely. AI knows all the actions that you take. For example, you mentioned that in emails, what email do you see, which email do you ignore, which email do you reply to, which email do you just delete it right away. So it knows all the actions that you take. It is already predicting your actions, and it takes the charge over it.
Mm.
So can you tell me what is the like how what type of training the AI model has been given to modify and classify the ever evolving landscape of malware as well?
Pretty cool question. Now, see, technically, let me put it in very simple terms. See, when you train AI, it's just like training your dog or any pet, for instance. So, when you train your pet, or for that sake, a very newborn kid, when you are training him or her, what you do? You try to go to his level or her level of understanding and try to share few things.
Yes.
Now just imagine if there would have been a small kid who had been taught that this is a red color. The shirt that I'm wearing is of red color. What would have happened over a period of time? That kid would have started calling it red.
Right.
Till what time? Till the time that kid would enter, let's say, nursery school, wherein there would be one more trainer, like teacher, or a group of trainers, like his colleagues in that class, would have started calling this blue, right? Then that kid would have upgraded or learned that and
Yeah.
overridden whatever was previously taught to what is real time added to it. Get?
True.
Now look at in terms of dog per se. If you have a dog and you are, let's say, you are teaching him, okay, if at all there is something suspicious happen, you should bark and try to catch a thief. Again, in same manner, there would have been various trainings that would have happened for him or her. Now, what is happening in both these consideration? You are training as of today what you think is the best,
Yes.
where the supervised training is happening.
Okay.
And eventually, as these model flourish,
Yeah.
start working on it, they also upgrade on its own, looking at the peer data and whatever similarities or dissimilarities they will understand on its own,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
Now the change is happening again, going back to same thing. AI gives you this free happening or automating or doing it on its own, but at the other side of it, it is also getting evolved.
Very true.
So you as a user is not who is possibly prone to cyber attacks and who is also possibly using some kind of cyber security on your devices. In both these cases, what is happening? I am also trying to use your digital ecosystem, and someone else is also trying to enter that digital ecosystem with possibly same set of things that we have.
Yeah.
One that wins is who will be way more advanced than the previous one. Eventually, what I'm trying to say, in today's contemporary world, it is way more ahead than merely updating your phone for keeping your phone safe from malware attacks. Is what eventually I want to say. AI is definitely helping. AI is definitely aiding the stuff, but as it is helping me, it is also helping my counterparts as well. So one has to be way more proactive in terms of this understanding.
So we can say that it keeps evolving itself.
Absolutely, it does. It does keep evolving with the kind of nature that it has in terms of machine learning
And it
paradigm.
adapts the situation it
It,
has.
and it is the power is there, the capability is there in terms of fine tuning its own self to
Okay.
suit the situation.
Okay. So, sir, as you mentioned that there are a lot of AI tools. They're very evolving. There are many tools that we see and are launching like every day, on day-to-day basis. So, is there any or will there be any AI-powered tool for all the cybersecurity practices? And what would be the drawbacks and benefits for that?
It's a very dreamy and rosy romantic picture that you're trying to build. I'll tell you why. You have seen the Swiss knife. Okay, so Swiss knife can be used for everything.
Yeah.
Can you use Swiss knife for your gourmet kitchen?
No.
Actually, you can, but it may get clunky, right?
Yes.
So, in terms of the same way, theoretically, there can be a tool that you can imagine that can prevent everything under the sky. Now, here the issue is not with the quantity or the volume of the data. Issue is with the variety of things that you have to do,
Okay.
right? And that's why, as I said, ki it's a very rosy romantic picture to dream that one single tool can save the entire earth in terms of your cyber security.
Cybersecurity.
Unfortunately, practically, as of today's evolution of AI, I don't foresee it to come as it very soon. If it may, we all are the amazingly would be users of it. Let's say if I were to put it in your Avengers parlance, it's like when your Avengers are getting assembled, your AI would be wanting to be Iron Man, it wants to be Hulk, it also wants to be Thor.
Yeah.
But there is an individual capacity and the ability that each of these Avengers would have. In same way,
Definitely.
theoretically, can there be a single tool? Yes. If you multiply, if you have all the capacities of Iron Man, Hulk, and so many things in one, but the individually supremacy of one single tool will still prevail over the others for the very simple reason it will be meant only for that.
Yeah.
So it's, I will say, it's like a teamwork. It's a team sport when it comes to cybersecurity rather than a single person playing any sport.
So, how can AI be used by the bad actors for cybersecurity?
Pretty good. Now, if we were to look at this entire scenario as a Bollywood script per se, in the way you have asked, I'll say at one point of time, these bad actors or villains per se are also updating and upgrading themselves.
Definitely.
They are now not only thieves, they have become cyber thieves. So they are also becoming digital, right? They are also getting use of all these nuances. They don't have their knives in hands and do few things. They have various tools. They use laptops. They use various things. You don't find them roaming around the roads.
They have different gadgets.
Right. So they are flooded with the gadgets. They are flooded with technology. They are digital savvy. So the way we were perceptualizing a particular so-called bad actor or a villain per se, it is completely getting changed. Right.
Yes.
You may not even recognize one just by mere look of it. But at the same point of time, means if you were to conundrum, they will not send you something like, "Dear sir, dear madam, here is a lottery ticket for you. Please click on it." They are not going to do that. They are also going to observe your data. The way sometime back I gave you an example of e-commerce manipulating you. Today, there are tools, there are AIs that have also fetched information by which they can understand your political lineage. It can show you some content and change your opinion to something that they want. Now, is it a cyber criminal offense? In one eye, yes. In one eye, no, it is in my benefit. So more than that, in means to answer this question, there is a very thin line that segregates what is good and what is bad, depending on from where you are looking at it. Right. So
Yes.
that is something which is very clumsy right now. So the AI ethics consideration becomes very handy. Let me give you means few examples so that you will be able to understand what I'm saying. There are deep fake videos that are happening.
Yes.
There are deep fake voices that are getting cloned. There are so many with the use of AI, you are not able to decipher whether it's a human generated or AI generated content that you see. That for me is a cause of concern. It should not cross that boundary limit or that border limit wherein you as an individual user, you're not able to understand whether it's a original or fake.
Yeah.
The for instance, in terms of your Google search per se, when you try to search something, Google has this amazing capacity to show you prefix ad to it, so that you understand that it's an ad and it's a original content or it's a SEO organic content. So the way it is discriminating on Google as a search platform, on there has to be something that has to come and give you this discrimination for the users, educate them in terms of helping them understand, okay, boss, this is AI content and this is non-AI content. Your instas I have started to give that AI content filter on, but it is still in the hands of user who's creating it. It should be auto on the platforms, wherein the platforms recognizing it and giving you, like for instance, on your WhatsApps you have forwarded many times. The moment you see that, you have a sense in your mind that as it is getting forwarded many times, I need to be very cautious about the content. Right. In same way, what I'm trying to convey here is, yes, well, these bad actors are playing its part, they are doing various things, but there has to be some modus operandi, there has to be some regulations in place so that the user is able to discriminate the man-made and machine-made content.
True. Like I think what's my point of view is that AI's aim is to humanize most of the things, and it is very difficult to identify if the picture or an image or anything for that matter is AI or humanized.
Absolutely.
And maybe because of that, there are many cases happening, like email phishing as well, and as we mentioned about
Even from means, just to add to it, ki there are WhatsApp scams that are happening, UPI scams that are happening. So many scams are happening just because ki you as a user, you are not able to decipher the difference between AI generated and original content. So that's where I'm coming. Okay, there has to be certain regulations not given to the authenticity of an individual, but on a platform itself. The
Like
plat
there should be a limitation.
Yeah, there has to be something that is come. The platform should recognize that this is AI generated and this
Mm-hmm.
is human generated, and from platform it is pretty easy to understand based on the algorithms, and platform should give that identification, the discrimination. Okay, this is AI versus human made, and that will help users to at least be aware when they are getting entered into the zone of AI. They will be aware in their minds ki,
They
now
have
I
to be
know,
cautious.
now I know that I'm looking at it. The way I said on Google search engine per se, when you click on it, you know for the fact that you are clicking on an ad. It's not that key ads don't convert. Possibly ads also convert people, but you as a user, you are aware. See, my point is about that awareness. How you can tickle that awareness and have more people. If they are willingly doing it, I'm completely okay with it.
Okay. Well, sir, do you have any advice for the organizations that are looking to use AI to enhance their cybersecurity posture?
Um, Again, don't look at AI like a magic wand. It will
Okay.
not solve anything and everything that you have in your mind. Use AI as something like co-pilot or a cobot, like humans and AI working together.
Like a helping hand.
Right. So your human intuition, AI capabilities is, I'll say, the real rock star for your cybersecurity, wherein you also have your human intuitions in place. Unfortunately, that is something that AI can't predict per se. AI has its own capabilities, but you have that. I mean, there may not be any logic to it, but you have that sense if you are open, if you are vigilant as an individual, or as
Mm-hmm.
I said, you as an individual or your IT team or any human person, they have that vigilant eyes. If those are in place, then that intuition coupled with your AI capabilities can do wonders for you. Unfortunately, I have seen various organizations, they have completely like siphoned off their activities and their everything to AI, and they hope now that AI will do wonders for it. AI
True.
is just a vehicle. Its drivers are you as an individual, and those will continue to remain in that space. So look at AI as a co-pilot, look at AI as a cobot, wherein you train it, you share your platform, you hold its hand, and AI then will do wonders according to your wish.
Okay. And when it comes to cybersecurity posture,
As okay, for your cybersecurity requirements only, I'm telling you. Okay,
okay.
you can't have everything given to your AI and you are left completely like, okay, I will do it. AI is my sniffer dog, it will understand everything. So that will not happen. You have to have your humanized consideration into it as well. Then only it will flourish. I'm not saying ki AI will not detect it. It will to a level, but your intuitions can be great catalyst in this journey. It has to be a conjoint work that you
Okay.
have to look for it.
Okay. Definitely. Thank you so much, sir.
Thanks. It was pleasure interacting with you,
Thank you
and
so
I
much,
wish you
sir.
all the best.
Thank you so much. It was really nice having you with us today, sharing your insights on cybersecurity and how AI is impacting cybersecurity. It was really lovely to have you here, sir.
Pleasure, pleasure. Thank you.
And on that note, thank you for joining us today. If you like this episode, don't forget to subscribe, share, comment down below, and follow us for more interesting content. And if you have a story tip, send it our way. Until next time, stay smart, stay skeptical.